Hey guys. Hey folks. Hey folks. Hey folks. This is my little Jasmine. Hey folks. So, oh God, this is very hard. So I'm gonna have a webinar, and it's gonna call the webinar of the 21st century. Okay. Most people are doing webinars right now just to try to sell you something, just to try to get you to buy their shit, join their team, whatever. I sell anyway, every day, all the time. But I'm going to do this webinar, and it's going to be about 2 hours. It's $20. It's going to be about 2 hours. It only holds 100 folks. Only 100 people can get on this webinar. Okay? It's going to be March 28th at 8 p.m., okay? I am still preparing for it, right? Because it's a lot of information that I got to give to people because no one's talking about this. No one is talking about what I'm going to be talking about on this webinar, okay? So I touched a little bit about, how 4 million workers' jobs are gone. Another 4 million is about to be gone. What the fuck is AEDOC? Of another 4 million, is about to be gone. So again, guys, I need to wake folks up. Okay. I need to wake people up. America needs to be woke. America needs to be woke. And if we don't wake up, America will literally turn into a third world country, meaning that America violence rate will go up. The suicide rate will go up. The drug overdose rate will go up. The infertility rate will go up. Everything that's bad in America will now go up if we don't do something about what the fuck I'm going to talk about. See, nobody's talking about all the jobs that's about to be lost due to automation in the next 10 years because no one has a solution. No one has a solution to this major problem. This is a major issue that no one's talking about from the top down. Thought leaders are not talking about it. Okay? Politicians are not talking about it. Your teacher ain't talking about it. The government ain't talking about it. No one's talking about this shit. Because no one has solutions. It makes me sick to my stomach to be living in America. I'm ashamed to be a fucking American because it may take an Asian man to pull America together and wake America up and pull America forward or push America forward. We're in an evolution time, guys. Remember, in the agriculture age, right, where we did our own farming and all of that stuff, right, where we did trading. We traded water for rice or, cotton for other goods, right? Then it was the industrial age where machinery came. And now you need a whole bunch of manpower to work in the factories. Now it's automation, right? You don't need no humans to work inside of a freaking manufacturer. In Ohio, I think it's in Ohio and Detroit. I think it's Ohio, and I think it's, in Detroit. It's a couple of other places that had a lot of manufacturer plants where people had to do manual labor that's been taken over by robots. Literally got rid of 4 million jobs. That's already happened. So, with those people, did they go get a new skill? Maybe 1% of them did. Right? How many actually went to go get a new skill? 1% out of 4 million. Right? Half of them applied for disability. The other half tried to live on their savings, and the majority of them resulted to alcohol and drug overdose and suicide. And that's happening right now. The suicide rate was higher last year than car accidents. But see, no one's talking about this in America because motherfuckers ain't got near solution. Okay? So on the 28th, make sure you register. Make sure you get as many people on. It's $20. Make sure you get as many people on to the webinar. It's only 100 people can get on this webinar. And if you locked out, that's it. Ain't no recordings or none of that shit. Okay? My goal is to wake folks up You need to wake your people up. This affects me. This affects you. This affects your children. This affects your grandchildren. And no one's talking about this. This is affecting a whole fucking lot of people. And this is worldwide. This is not just an American thing. Okay? This is affecting everybody worldwide. Worldwide. And no one's talking about it. Or if they are talking about it, they talking about it amongst themselves, and you don't see this mainstream. The fucking wall that Donald Trump won is mainstream. R. Kelly, mainstream. Nobody gives a fuck about R. Kelly. Nobody gives a fuck about a wall. But this is what Americans are focused on. Focused on social media. Focused on, what's the guy named? Michael Cohen, Trump's lawyer. That's what Americans are focused on. No one's focused on the fact that Social Security, they're gonna outlive Social Security. No one's talking about the fact that technology is making people live longer, so that means people need more money to live. No one's talking about the fact that senior citizen homes, there's not enough senior citizen homes for seniors. No one's talking about the fact that senior citizens are going fucking homeless. No one's talking about the fact that fucking teenagers are committing suicide at the fucking rate of God knows who, God knows how, because they're not getting all the likes and comments and engagement on social media. Nobody's talking about how social media is a fucking drug equivalent to snorting cocaine. No one is talking about this. No one. Absolutely no one. Webinar of the 21st century.com. I got to test it again to make sure the emails are going through. Webinar of the 21st century.com. Webinar, who the hell? Webinar of the 21st century.com. Okay, one of my students. Thank God, she got her money. No one's talking about this, guys. So let me see. Webinar. Let me see. Webinar of the 21st century. Webinar of the 21st century. If it doesn't work, just retry it later. Webinar of the 21st century. If it doesn't work, because I got to collect y'all emails. If it doesn't work, just retry. The 28th, okay? The 28th, okay, of March at 8 o'clock, 8 to 10 p.m., okay? Lock down that time, p.m. Eastern, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern. Lock those 2 hours down. Get your kid on. Get your spouse on, whoever the hell is in your household. Get them on. Okay? Get them on. Okay? No one is talking about this. So I am going to be the thought leader and talk about this. It's $20. Get your ass on. Get some information so that you and your family can be ahead when disaster fucking strikes.